What's up guys, it's Sean Curry with Team DooDooDestined here, bringing to you another video. This time around it's going to be a super quick rundown of the newly released banned and restricted card list. It is August 23rd, 5:24 a.m. This restriction list just came out a few hours ago, I think around like 3 a.m. EST. I am an insomniac, so I was up and I saw that this was posted, so I figured I'd make a quick video, making today going to be a double post. But I just want to cover this stuff for you guys. So very interesting list here. Let's see what we got going on. Based on this competitive environment, the following cards will be added to the ban restricted list from August 31st. So we have about a week with this until this gets into effect. All right, so we got restricted cards here. Decks can only include one copy of these cards. We have the first hit is going to be Promo Ukomon. So Ukomon, I mean, everyone saw this coming. Ukomon in some way, shape, or form should have been hit. It was intended for this card to be a card that could be combined with Louis and used in a variety of decks, but the importance of this one card turned out to be much bigger than predicted, as it increases the speed of control decks that don't require level 3 and provides many options by securing memory. As a result, there's a difference in power between decks that can use this card and those that can't, resulting in a loss of diversity in the decks that can be used. For the above reasons, we have decided to restrict this card to one per deck. Completely agree with all of these statements. There's a lot of super random decks out there, which I will say that I think was the only benefit really of like all these Ukomons was being able to kind of like bring some decks like back from the dead, just because of how broken that the Ukomons are. Being able to like amp up the speed and consistency of a deck is like way too good. But I do agree that, I mean, no matter what you could do, sometimes you could choke your opponent to one, but like if they had like multiples of these out, it's absurd. There's nothing you can do. So I'm really glad that they hit this. And then the next card is going to be Promo Louis. By repeatedly combining effects that aren't once per turn, such as BT6 Matashida's effect, with this card's on-play effect, the game speed accelerates dramatically, making it difficult for many decks to compete. Because various decks use countermeasures against this combination, decks that are strongly affected by the countermeasures are no longer able to perform as effectively as they should, resulting in a loss of diversity in the decks being used. For the above reasons, we have decided to restrict this card to one. Yeah, again, can't argue with that. I think the whole Louis Matashita, even like the Tai Kamiya, that whole interaction was just so broken. I'm really sad about this restriction, just because I'm a Gabumon player. I've always been playing Gabumon since its release, and this one hurts a little bit because you run 4 of these in the new Gabumon rush list. But I think it's much needed. I mean, being able to just combine these two together was so broken. You're essentially just promoting a rookie out for one. So that was just never fair. So I'm glad to see it gone. Now this one is interesting. Starter deck Hammer Spark. This card's been used in decks that can be that include blue cards for a long time, but the increased variety of cards available now allows for more card drawing, making it possible to have multiple cards in the hand and use them consecutively in one turn. As a result, it has become easier to speed up the game, widening the gap between decks that can use this card and others. For the above reasons, we have decided to restrict this card to one per deck. I mean, it's one of these, it's interesting because I'm surprised to see this on the list, but I'm also not surprised. This card has been present in the meta for so long. Now, I will say that I don't know if restricting it to one, I'm glad that they didn't ban it. I'll say that much. Restricting to one, I don't know. I mean, it's like, okay. Most decks usually like run this at 2 of. I mean, the new Gabumon list usually runs at like 3 to 4. I do think it's always been broken that like you can just gain memory without any loss. At least Gravity Crush, your opponent gains 2. Blinding Ray, you have to trash your security. But sometimes those effects would actually help you, or they didn't matter, because gaining 2 is just so broken. If you're Gravity Crushing for game, it's probably game over. Same with Blinding Ray. If you're using Blinding Ray, you're probably just winning the game anyway. But I guess the most annoying part about Hammer Spark was the fact that it had no downside and it had a security effect. So I can see this ban, but I was, like I said, surprised to see it on here. Next one is going to be Awakening of the Golden Knight. This card used in decks that mainly use Magnamon BT16 X antibody, which has a high usage rate in recent game environments when combined with cards such as level 3 cards that support Digivolution, Patamon. It was possible to keep BT16 Magnamon X antibody on the board early on and move toward attacking. The above play is very powerful and creates situations that many decks can't handle. To fix this issue, we have decided to restrict this card to 1. So honestly, this was a good hit. This card was just always so annoying to deal with. Being able to warp from your level 4 into your Magnamon for 3, it just sped up the deck so much, especially in like Yellow Vaccine. Even in normal like Blue Imperial or Blue Magnamon, it was really annoying to deal with. So I'm glad to see this go away. Not much else to say about that. I mean, what they say here, obviously they're talking about Patamon here. Effectively being able to go into Magnamon for like 1 memory has always been stupid. And I'm glad that they hit this. BT15 NuMeX. This was a long time coming. My goodness, I'm so glad to see this on the list. I think everyone saw this one coming. When using NuMeMon decks, this card has high board retention from the beginning of the game, and its inherited effect can be reused when combined with other cards, allowing this single card to significantly increase the ability to control the entire deck. In addition, since a level 6 can also be played by its effect, it's easy to digivolve from there to level 7, which is a higher output, to create a one-sided control board at an early stage. For the reasons stated above, we expect this card will play a very large role in the deck, resulting in a loss of diversity in the cards included. So, I mean, again, not much to say about this. This card was so freaking broken. Absolutely agree. Being able to play Platinum May for free and then using its effect to gain 2 memory and then just being able to go into a level 7 on top of that, yeah, that was pretty broken. That was super unfair. On top of that, being able to tuck NuMeX underneath Monze by using Monze's on play, also very annoying. Glad to see this gone. Good riddance with this ban list. With this and the Louis and the Uko, NuMe is definitely not eating good. So goodbye. Next up, we have BT14 TK Tekashi. Having multiples of this card in play make it easy to continuously and significantly increase memory, guaranteeing stability in Yellow Vaccine decks and others that use this card. Also, this card's role through the entire game becomes significant since the effect, which increases or decreases the security cards, can be activated for low memory cost. On top of this, having memory gained after recovery effects lets the player do more and makes matches take excessively longer. That is so true. I'm so happy to see this gone. This card was always the most broken out of the like 3-cost tamer line. Pairing this with Patamon, I mean, oh my gosh, it was just so nasty with Yellow Vaccine decks like they're talking about here. Being able to essentially forge your security into like the way you want it, and then utilizing Patamon to just digivolve, and then you gain a memory. It's just, oh my gosh, turn 1 Pata and then TK. That already felt like a game set match. Glad this is gone. We will probably no longer be seeing Yellow Vaccine with these 2 hits. I mean, we might. I don't know. There might be some like crazy guy who plays it, but both Awakening and TK getting hit, Yellow Vaccine Magna is definitely in the shitter. But excuse my French, I'm happy to see it gone. that was just way too good. Restricted card that will be lifted from August 31st. Starter 6, Gabumon. Okay, so this is really awesome. I love this. Gabumon has risen, guys. In past game environments, when this card was widely used by combining it with a Digimon that had an effect that let it attack consecutively and activating its inherited effect that doesn't have once per turn multiple times, it increased the speed and consistency of decks that made use of the trash. However, as the card pool has increased in recent game environments, there are now more ways to suppress attacks. Because of this, we have determined that it has become more difficult to consistently activate this card's effect multiple times compared to before. Therefore, we have decided to change this card from restricted to 1 to unrestricted. Yes, all right, honestly, this is really good. I personally never even really saw this card as a problem. I mean, I know that like with the whole the purple Guru line, that was utilizing this card very, very well, being able to essentially like increase your consistency like super hard. But I mean, with the Guru X ban already, and purple those purple decks coming out of meta, and like they said with aces, it's when attacking is a lot more sus nowadays. Just attacking in general is a lot more sus. So I'm glad to see this. I always felt like the on deletion Gabumon was better than this one, to be honest, the on deletion draw 2 trash one. But I'm glad to see this one back. Yeah, not much else to say about that. And then it looks like that's the end of the list. Let me know what you guys think about this list. I think it was really, really great hits overall. Happy to see Gabu back. TK and Awakening, goodbye Yellow Vaccine. Nume and Uko, goodbye Nume. Although some crazy person is still probably going to be playing it. It's not going to be a terrible deck by any means, but you saw the other Ukomon, which I think should have been hit here. I'm gonna say that again. I think the newer Uko should have been hit here. I think they both should have been restricted to 1, and then that way you just like play 2 of them, and it's like okay, whatever. But I don't know. I'm at least happy to see Uko get hit. Goodbye Louis and goodbye Hammer Spark. You can still run them as a 1-0, which I guess isn't a terrible thing. But yeah. There's a quick video for you guys. Hope you guys like this video. Let me know what you guys think about the banned and restricted list in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Hope y'all liked it. Peace.